as folks become more familiar, to see the meaningful impact that the program does have on those that are incarcerated and help them. Once again, everything comes down to hope, right? That as you were talking earlier about an individual that was facing 200 years plus, but he worked the program and he maintained hope and he really took accountability and ownership for his program. One of the reasons I think that we talk in this industry, in this profession, a lot about dosage, and really being prescriptive, really apply programming in a prescriptive manner. Just the broad width of what we have to offer individuals, that there's no running out of content. And that keeps the motivation, that keeps the hope alive, that they're not circling back into another program because they want to take that program again. And there's a waiting list for that. And then you start to potentially see the diminishing of hope and the diminishing of motivation. Here, as we know, particularly at the higher levels of security, a lot of individuals have to do the work on their own. And by having that tablet program, having the technology, we can introduce and we can effectuate change for individuals in a safe and effective manner while maintaining trust with prison administrators and jail administrators that we're going to deliver our programming and our message of hope and success in a safe and effective manner.
I said I'd give you the last word, but based on what you said, I do want to show people who are inside of jails and prisons, if they have family members that can access the Prison Professor's website, I would encourage them to go up here to this section of services and look at this link here called Reputation. And if they look at this reputation, this is particularly important for people in jail and prison. It's to don't think only about the challenges you're facing today. Think about the complications that await your future and what can you do today to begin building a resume or building a story to offset the bad decisions or the circumstances that put you inside of a difficult situation. And I never ask anybody to do anything that I didn't do and that I'm not still doing. And so in this link on reputation, you could see how I started sowing those seeds for a reputation at the very start of my journey. And you can see that I went into prison in 1987. You can see that through documenting it in books that I began writing in 1990 when I was in jail. And then you can actually see it there. You don't have to take my word for it. You can click on these links and they will take you back to media publications from those dates back in 1990, in 2000, in 2004, in 2003. You can look on 2006. You see all of that information. This is what allowed me and I couldn't get out of jail a day early, but it positioned me for a life of meaning and relevance when I came home. It allowed me to get leaders like Michael Tausig to believe in me and other people in in every sector. So if you want to transform your life, you can't be the type of guy that just talks about it. You got to be the person who does something about it. World is full of happy talk and people who say what they're going to do. But the work begins right now. That becomes part of your message and part of your story that will persuade an employer to hire you, that will open credit lines for you if you want to go into business. I even got married inside of a prison, and I've been married now for 20 years to that same woman. So it all starts with these principles, I think, that we offer in the Straight A Guide. If you haven't gone through the program, I encourage you to do so. If you don't have it in your institution, ask your educator, the leader of education there, to reach out to us at Prison Professors. They can talk to not to me, but to a professional that worked in corrections. And I think that peer-to-peer messaging is really what's going to help us scale and get into more institutions. So, Michael, thank you again for being a part of our community and for agreeing to join us as a leader and the chairman of the Earning Freedom Corp. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Michael.